Lance, the Sealworm. This is a video 11. Lance at the talent show in God Animal World, and Lance grows up. Samuel, God's son pet, who was in charge of Animal World, will have a talent show for all the animals each week. Now, Lance and Leo have been in Animal World for almost a week. It was almost time for them to go. They were going to stay for 2 weeks. The first week, Leo, they put Lance in the talent show. He was teaching us. He has just been born a few weeks earlier. So he was getting Lance ready and teaching him new tricks and teaching him how to use his powers. Leo came to love Lance like a son. And he could understand why God chose him to teach Lance, because God was busy making the earth and the other animals on earth. And Lance at time would go and spend time with God. But God did most of the work. It was just basic company, and he was have him do a little few tasks on the earth to help him create it, but not very much. He was a child, as we would say. No, in reality, a child. He was a silkworm. Lance loved all the angels. They loved him too, and other guys. It was 500,000 gods that were men and women that God created first. He and his first two born sons, when they wasn't born, he created them. God did. And all that was created by God and God's first two sons. And they lived in the second part of the heavens. And God and his first son lived in the first. God's wife was pregnant with God's daughter. And that was his son's first son's wife, who is strong now. And they had a nice life together. And still has. And the 5,000 gods that God made, 500,000, God that God made, man, 5,000 men, and 5,000 women. He literally made them himself so equal to about 1 million. They lived in the second part, like I said before. And they loved God. And most of them, most of them, they faithful to God. And they didn't talk about them, but it was some of them that did. And it was making trouble. So, and the second one was causing a lot of this trouble. And what if some was talking, they didn't want to follow God's rules. It's just how it was. But God felt they should, because he was the creator. They didn't feel that way. They felt they should go on their own, like a child does a parent. And the third part of the heavens is where the gods that God made and his two sons, kids lived that they had And some had kids. But first they had to grow up, so they lived in the second part of the heavens. Last, he was growing up during all this time. He was meeting all these kids and stuff. But during this time, he knew a lot about them. He was always with Leo or with God, the Creator. Now, let's get back to the talent show. I'll tell you more about that later in my other stories. He was so happy that Les will be in the talent show. The talent show was always on Sunday after worship. Yes, they had Leo, who was a lion, God's pet. They had worship to God and to give Him thanks for creating them and all the other animals. So all the other gods in heaven made. But Leo was in charge. Well, not Leo. Samuel was child. That's God's son pet. Leo, he was happy. He had his grandkids. It was basically for the kids. The talent show. Leo, he just didn't know what to do. He gonna showcase his grandkids' talents, their different powers, and see them. He wishes his kids could have had that opportunity. But he was just happy that his kids, his grandkids were. They were still his kids. He considered them his kids. And as times went on, Leo, he's just gonna wait for the day. The day finally came. He waited about 2 days before it was time for them to go. All the animals showcased their talent. It was let's talk about it's so many different ones. I don't know where to start. Okay, let's do a bird and a fish. One God made that. That was unique. They made so many animals with proper word. It's ridiculous. The bird and fish, what could he do? He could fly. And he could do different kind of flips in the water. It was amazing. People clapped. It wasn't people, and the other animals clapped. They had got a good laugh. He didn't really do too much. But he could sing. He had power, he could sing. And it was just such a beautiful voice he had. His name was Timothy. Martha, the air god, created him. Okay, he was nothing great by him. Now it's time for Les to come up. Les did little flips. Leo, he gave him a ball. He did a ball. He showed that he could swim. He could fly. He had a little tongue long like a lizard. He could pick up things. That was just so cute. People laughed. But then Leo, they showed him how to use his eyes, his power in the eye, his beam. He did his beam power, but something came out. Leo didn't know about that. He was acid. Oh Lord, he's dangerous. He had burned hell. The acid had dissolved half of the stage. Everybody was so scared. But Leo, he used his power to control it. He knew how. That was his secret, one of his secret power. Gifts that God gave. Everybody was so scared. But Leo, he knew, Lance, he just cried. He couldn't believe it. He didn't know what to do. Believe, comfort, it'll be all right. And They went home. It was time to go to bed. Leah comforted Lance, put him in his bed. He said he couldn't sleep by himself. So he said he could sleep with him and his wife. Oh! She said, oh no, he can't sleep without. Oh, I'm too scared after what I seen. So Lance and Leah is sleeping in bed by themselves. And she slept in another room at Samuel's house. The 2 days passed for them to go home. Everybody was a little scared of Lance after that. They couldn't believe it until he learned how to control that, because they were scared. He could burn them up, starve them. They was outdone. They couldn't believe it. So Lance and Leo became really good friends. But Leo was scared. He knew he could help him control it, and he did. God had taught Leo very well. But Leo didn't have that. That was Lance's special gift, acid in his eye. But Leo had to teach him how to control it with his different elements and how to focus. And he did that during it was a little over 3 years. In 3 years, Lance was grown. And God, during that time, the earth was completed. And all the animals that was on the earth. Now it's time for God to make humans. And before he made a human, he made Lance a wife. And God came to Leo in Leo's world and told him that it was time for Lance to make his own life and start his own family. Leo was sad, but it had to be done. I hope you enjoy my made-up story. Until the next one, have a nice day.